Please subscribe to Emmanuel's Blog TV.
Doomed from the start. 13 actors who always die on screen. Wills Alexander. Calling all cinephiles and trivia buffs. Have you ever noticed a particular actor seems to have a permanent date with the Grim Reaper on screen? Welcome to the Hall of On-Screen Demise, where we celebrate, or mourn, the careers of actors who always die on screen. Sean Bean, Lord of the Fallen. Sean Bean. The name itself evokes a sense of impending doom. From Boromir's noble sacrifice in The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, to Ned Stark's shocking beheading in Game of Thrones, Bean has perfected the art of the heartbreaking on-screen death. Whether it's by arrow, sword, or executioner's axe, Bean brings a tragic nobility to his characters, making their demise all the more impactful. Is there a petition to get Sean Bean a stunt double yet? Michelle Rodriguez. Action heroine with a short shelf life. Michelle Rodriguez is the queen of kicking butt in action flicks. Unfortunately, that butt kicking often leads to a spectacularly cinematic demise. From being vaporized by a T-1000 in Terminator 2 Judgment Day to getting nuked in Avatar, Rodriguez's characters rarely get to enjoy a peaceful retirement. Here's to hoping her upcoming projects buck the trend and let her live to see the credits roll, and maybe even get a sequel or two. Samuel L. Jackson. Master of the bad beatdown. They say you never see it coming with Samuel L. Jackson. His characters often ooze charisma and authority, making their sudden and often violent demise all the more shocking, whether it's Jules.
And Lockhart, don't go looking for it. What did Samuel L. Jackson engrave on the lightsaber? BMF on the on-off button. What scripture did Samuel L. Jackson quote in Pulp Fiction? If you don't know that, you're not a Pulp Fiction fan.
Winfield's biblical fate in Pulp Fiction, or Mace Windu's ill-advised attempt to arrest the Emperor in Star Wars. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Jackson brings an unforgettable intensity to his roles, even if they're tragically short-lived. Gary Busey. The chaotic demise. Gary Busey is a cinematic enigma. His unpredictable energy often translates to equally unpredictable on-screen deaths. From being chomped by a predator in Predator 2 to getting blown up in Point Break, Busey's characters meet their end with a bizarre flourish that's equal parts hilarious and horrifying. You never quite know how Busey's character will go, but you know it'll be memorable. Michael Bean, the near miss, who never quite makes it. Michael Bean has a knack for playing characters who come oh so close to making it, only to fall at the final hurdle. He's the loyal soldier who gets betrayed, think Hicks in Aliens, or the heroic loner, who sacrifices himself, think Kyle Reese in The Terminator. Bean brings a relatable humanity to his roles, making their ultimate demise all the more gut-wrenching. Danny Trejo, the indestructible, almost, force. Danny Trejo seems to exist outside the laws of cinematic physics. He's been shot, stabbed, punched, and exploded in countless films. Yet, somehow, he keeps coming back for more. Whether he's Machete himself or a nameless henchman, Trejo brings a certain swagger to his roles, even if they don't last long. Here's to hoping one day, Trejo gets to play the unstoppable force who finally breaks the cycle. Eva Green. The enigmatic end. Eva Green is a master of portraying characters shrouded in mystery, and her on-screen deaths often reflect that. From the ambiguous fate of Vesper Lind in Casino Royale, to the tragic demise of Angelique Bouchard in Dark Shadows, Greens. Characters leave us with more questions than answers. Do they truly die? Are there more layers to the story? Her deaths add an extra layer of intrigue to the films she graces. Equason Steve Buscemi, every man meets his end. Steve Buscemi brings a relatable everyman quality to his characters, even the ones who end up 6 feet under. Whether it's Mr. Pink's messy demise in Reservoir Dogs or Donnie's bowling alley mishap in The Big Lebowski, Buscemi makes us feel for these flawed individuals, even if their actions ultimately lead to their downfall. There's a certain tragicomedy to Buscemi's on-screen deaths that makes them strangely endearing. John Travolta, the disco ball of doom, sometimes literally. John Travolta's career is a roller coaster of iconic dance scenes and, well, spectacular on-screen deaths. From Tony Montana's fiery demise in Scarface, complete with a hail of bullets, to the unfortunate disco floor incident in Saturday Night Fever. Travolta's characters often meet their end in a blaze of glory or disco lights. There's a campy charm to Travolta's cinematic deaths that makes them strangely entertaining, even if we wouldn't want to experience them ourselves. Dennis Hopper. Going out with a bang. Dennis Hopper specialized in playing volatile characters with a penchant for self-destruction. Whether it's the deranged photographer in Blue Velvet or the nihilistic biker in Easy Rider, Hopper brings a raw intensity to his roles that makes their inevitable demise feel almost cathartic. He goes out with a bang, leaving a lasting impression on the audience long after the credits roll. Christopher Lee, the man with 1,000 deaths, many of them quite glorious. Christopher Lee's booming voice and imposing presence made him a perfect villain. From his iconic portrayal of Count Dracula to his turn as Saruman the White in The Lord of the Rings trilogy, Lee met his on-screen demise with a certain theatrical flair. His deaths were often epic battles or dramatic sacrifices, adding weight and drama to the films he appeared in. Bruce Willis, the sometimes not so dead.
You're one big action guy. You've done some of the biggest action films in the world. A lot of action guys like Tom Cruise says, like, they do all their own stunts. Did you ever, like back in the day, did you do your own stunts?
Of course.
Bruce Willis built his career on playing action heroes who cheat death time and again. From John McClane defying gravity in Die Hard to battling aliens in Armageddon, Willis seems to have a knack for surviving the impossible. However, even the toughest action hero can't outrun fate forever. Willis has met his demise in a few films, like the futuristic thriller Looper, reminding us that even heroes have their breaking point. Heath Ledger, the unforgettable sacrifice.
Look at you. What do you believe in, huh? What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker in The Dark Knight is a masterclass in villainy. His chilling portrayal culminated in a tragic and unforgettable sacrifice. While Ledger's on-screen death wasn't gory or violent, it carried a devastating weight, reflecting the Joker's descent into madness and the toll it takes on those around him. This is just a sampling of the many talented actors who've mastered the art of the on-screen demise. Whether it's a heroic sacrifice, a shocking betrayal, or just a case of bad luck, these actors elevate their characters' final moments, leaving a lasting impact on the audience. So, next time you watch a movie, keep an eye out for these actors. You might just be able to predict their fate before the credits roll.